and talking about after Manny Pacquiao this weekend fought in what's rumored to be what he claims to be his last fight of his career. Even though a lot of people don't believe it's going to actually be the last fight of his career, I have to wait and see with how he won over Timothy Bradley and what was a unanimous decision. And he won what all the judges scored him 116 over 110 over Bradley. And now it seems at this point, Pacquiao's 37 years old, and Floyd, who's 39 years old, who was 49-0, and Manny Pacquiao's 58-6-2 with 58 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws. It was 38 knockouts. You look at it like that, and you're just sitting here. You wonder, will they fight again? Especially after the first fight, it had so much buildup. I mean, the fight drew over $600 million of revenue, and the pay-per-view cost $100 million. I mean, $100 to watch. I mean, come on, man. So you look at that, and then after the fight, apparently Manny had to get surgery on his torn rotator cuff, and a lot of people will say that he started the fight. He fought with the torn rotator cuff. And then others will say he injured it during the fight because he was swinging and missing so much that he tore the rotator cuff during the fight. But with this being the last fight of supposedly the last fight of his career, do you guys think that Floyd and Manny should get back in the ring to fight each other one last time? Kyle, let's start with you. What do you think?
No, I don't think they should. Now, the amount of money they produce from that
Mark
might
Sanchez.
be
I'm sorry. Go on. Mark Sanchez. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the stats. I just can't get over it.
The revenue they get from that would be amazing. But the thing is, all right, Manny Pacquiao, you got to win on Timothy Bradley, but you ain't beat Mayweather the first time. Mm-hmm. Now, I remember an interview, I think I referenced the interview before, with Stephen A. Smith and Floyd Mayweather. He said there's no formula to beat him. And that's true. The man hasn't lost yet. I mean, you can beat Timothy Bradley and this, that, and the third person, but you still ain't shown you can beat Mayweather. There's no real reason for you to get back into the ring with him when you've already lost. And, I mean, nobody else has found that formula to beat him. You can beat some of these great boxers out here, you know, these people that are just they're phenomenal with their hands and stuff like that, and you can get unanimous decisions. But Floyd Mayweather and his defensive play is just too great for you to even find a way to, you know, hit him. Like you said in the fight, you know, he probably they say that he might have torn his rotator cuff because he was missing so much. If you miss, you really think you should get back in the ring if you can't even hit the man?
Yeah, it's rough. All right, Rashad, what do you think?
You got Floyd Mayweather enjoying retirement. You got Manny Pacquiao getting ready for retirement. Like, I don't want to see them fight. They're old. They're not as fast. They're not the same explosive people in their primes that we wanted to see then. We had to build up like the Tyson Holyfield build up at first, and it started to die down, and you're just like, yeah, and then they finally fight, and you're just like, well, we see how these fights are going to be with Mayweather's now. We kind of didn't want to see this, but this is what we're going to see from now on. And if you're missing Timothy Bradley, you're going to miss Mayweather, and if you miss Mayweather, you're going to lose the fight. So
is that simple?
Just that simple, because you're not going to get 20 points. He's not going to hit you. He's just going to tag you a couple times, laugh at you, and continue making you miss. That's how all Mayweather's fights are now. I don't want to see them fight. That's how they're gonna fight like that. And I mean, they're looking like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy out there. Both getting old. I don't want to see them fight like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at it like, yo, there's no point in them fighting no more. We missed it. Let the two next race come on, and let's hope we build it up like the Holyfield Tyson jump was.
See, I guess the reason why this is even a question being asked now because both are ready for a time. I guess because the first fight, the rumor of that rotator cuff is making people feel as though Manny wasn't at his best. So they're wondering, okay, if he wasn't at his best and he had to get the surgery legit right after the fight, you're good. If he had to get the surgery right after the fight, then he wasn't at his best. So maybe we should put them back in the ring again. And at this point in boxing, I mean, think about it. We don't get excited for anything in boxing unless it relatively involves those two. And those two are the best things we had in boxing for over the past 2 decades. So now that their careers are coming to an end, and unless you're avid, I think about it. Whenever Floyd Mayweather fights, it's like a Super Bowl party. Essentially, everybody tunes in to watch Floyd Mayweather fight, regardless of how we saw the first outcome of this fight. The possibility of another one, it might not garner as much money, but the possibility of them fighting again, I'm pretty sure a lot of people still want to see that, especially after now you hear about Manny's rotator cuff being torn, and then him looking this good at age 37. Even though it would be weird to have a 39-year-old guy be the headliners of a pay-per-view, I think it could still be interesting. It could be, I mean, that's essentially what people that aren't inside of boxing, that aren't consistent avid followers of boxing would want to see. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be interesting, but that don't mean they should, dude.
Yeah, that's a point. That's a good point.
It'd be interesting to boxing fans.
And then one quick thing, Floyd would get his 50th win with that, so he'd become the most undefeated, the winning most undefeated fighter in history. But go on.
People, it'd only be great to boxers to watch. Like this past fight, I know a lot of people was like, man, that fight was boring, man. I didn't want to watch this fight. But you know, you ask somebody who's been in the box, who actually boxed and enjoy watching boxing, like kind of like my dad, for example. You're talking about how great Mayweather was, how great of a fighter he was, how great of a fight it was, because you just see what Mayweather can do. But every time, people just want to see him get hit.
Yeah,
I just want to see him get knocked out. You're not a boxing fan. You just want to see someone get hurt. That's all. Like understand technique and greatness, and that's how the fights is going to be. So it's just going to be people going to be complaining again if they have a rematch, because it's going to be the same thing. Maybe Pacquiao come at a different taker to it to fight, but Mayweather's still going to be the same defensive tactic. He knows what he's doing to not win a fight. He not to win a fight, not to get the most money out of a fight. He not to drag it out to 12 rounds, get as much money as he can, and then get the win.
Mayweather, I mean, Pacquiao got to be able to hit Mayweather first.
But you're asking for a challenge that not many people have done.
Exactly. So what's the point of them fighting again?
The one guy that apparently did that effectively but lost was Maidana.
Yeah, but I mean, he came out like a street brawler, and just that's something he didn't see before.
Yeah, I know it was, but yeah, it'd be interesting, honestly. I wonder how if they will fight again, if Floyd really cares about the 50th, or he's like, I'm resting on my millions, I'm good. But you know what, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for today's show. It's been KBR Sports, the best sports talk show every 24-hour day, coming to you on WODU Studios, the best in college radio. Don't forget, Lucas Graham will be at the Norva April 24th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are still available for purchase, but WODU wants you to come out to our event, Battle of the Bands at Work Release, for your chance to win a pair of tickets. Work Release is located off of Granby, and the event will be held April 14th from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Winners will be chosen on the night of the event. And also take note that Lucas Graham will sing his the hit single 7 Years at the event at the Norva. So make sure y'all come out and show y'all support. But also be sure to follow us on our Twitter page at KBR_sports. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at KBR Sports. Leave your comments on our YouTube videos. Leave comments that we can read for next show possibly. And also listen to us on Rabble TV and on Spreaker. And tune in to us on Monday, Wednesdays, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on YouTube, on Rabble, and on Spreaker. And am I forgetting? Oh, and also if you want to join in on the debate, call in at 757-683-4405, and you can voice your opinions with us on here. But all right, y'all have a great day.